Australian Open Live. Novak Djokovic doubts emerge as star demands new rule. We're edging closer and closer to the first Grand Slam of 2026, with the final touches being made to preparations for the Australian Open. Qualifying for the main draw is in full swing, and the preliminary matches in Melbourne have already been met by record crowds. Football, tennis, F1, boxing, golf, cricket, golf, racing, voetbal, the snookerduitse meesporten is transfer news live. Carrick's first Man United signing eyed as Liverpool make push the huge plan to split key London Underground line in two 17 iconic songs no longer allowed on the radio. Sportlet drivers face £100 fine for ignoring highway code mirror rule. Father Brown star admits, "We have trouble." On set of beloved BBC series by Taboola. Australian Open Live. Novak Djokovic doubts emerge as star demands new rule. Express Sport keeps you up to date with all of the latest Australian Open news. Share article bookmark 0 comments live by Amos Murphy 08:05, Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 updated, 8:05, Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. We're getting closer to the official start for the first Grand Slam of the year. Image. Getty. Deeper dive. What achievements has Emerson Jones made at the Brisbane International? What new rule is Djokovic demanding for the 2026 Australian Open? How might Djokovic's Adelaide withdrawal affect his Australian Open readiness? What achievements has Emerson Jones made at the Brisbane International? We're edging closer and closer to the first Grand Slam of 2026, with the final touches being made to preparations for the Australian Open. Qualifying for the main draw is in full swing, and the preliminary matches in Melbourne have already been met by record crowds. It's safe to say anticipation is high among supporters for what looks like being another sensational slam down under, not least because fans could end up banking themselves a whopping £5 million. That's if they can correctly guess the scores from all 127 matches in either the men's or women's draw, with consolation prizes worth £50,000 on offer as well. With the draw set to take place on Thursday, ahead of the opening matches this weekend, excitement is certainly approaching fever pitch. Grand Slam runner-up calls on major rule change to be introduced. Danielle Collins has called on tennis lawmakers to introduce a wind rule. Speaking on the Tennis Channel, the 2022 Australian Open runner-up remarked, "I'm guessing the winds were up to 60 miles per hour that match. At one point, the referee's chair blew over, trash cans, balls were flying. The net came out from under the ground at one point, and they ended up moving us indoors. I did get the win over Kenin, made it to the finals, and then, the next day was just as windy, and we played outside against Sakia Vickery. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about tennis, is we don't have a wind rule. We need one." Novak Djokovic doubts raised on eve of Australian Open. Novak Djokovic has been told the chances of him winning another Grand Slam title are minimal. The Serb remains locked on 24 Slam victories, having last won a major tournament at the 2023 US Open. Djokovic reached the semifinal of all 4 Grand Slams last year, but former Australian Open tournament director Paul McNamee believes is going to be stuck chasing number 25 for some time. McNamee told SEN, he made the semifinals of all 4 slams last year, but was beaten badly in all 4. The year before he won the Olympics, which was incredible, beating Alcaraz, but it was a 3-set match. I think backing up after 5-set matches makes it very unlikely. To be honest, he needs the other 2 to lose somewhere, which could happen. Day mate. Hello there, and welcome to our coverage of Wednesday's biggest tennis news. We're getting closer and closer to the official start of the 2026 Australian Open, with a main draw set to take place in the early hours of tomorrow, Thursday, morning. That's for us folk in the United Kingdom at least. In the meantime, make sure to stick around throughout the day as we keep you across all of the latest stories from the tennis world.